Hi Gemini. Welcome, and a very warm welcome to your forecast of November 2017. Taking care of business. That's what the stars have in store for you during this super productive cycle. The Sun is in Scorpio until November 21st, heating up your 6th house of efficiency, health and fitness. While the rest of the world is Googling the best hot toddy recipes and winding down the year, you're tossing organic greens into the Vitamix and doubling down on your goals. Hey, that's how Geminis like to roll. When everyone else goes left, you go right. You've got some extra wind powering those efficient sails because expansive Jupiter has settled into Scorpio for the next 12 months. You could become a true wellness geek during this cycle. If you already are one, maybe you'll become a more passionate and outspoken advocate for sustainable living and healthy practices. This Jupiter cycle will also change your work, whether you adopt new life hacks, find a brand new job or finally appreciate the power of delegating. This month, you could start taking dedicated steps in that direction. The November 18th Scorpio new moon kicks off a 6-month cycle for healthy living. We know, just in time for the holidays. But who says you can't come up with creative ways to feast that don't send you into a tryptophan or carb coma? Put that inventive Gemini mind to work. The 6th house rules service, and with Jupiter here, there's no better year than 2017 to combine your holiday giving with volunteer work and charity donations in friends and family's names. One heart-opening moment that could be perfect for that arrives on November 4th, when the Taurus full moon illuminates your 12th house of healing, compassion and rest. Get involved with a cause you care about. Maybe you join a benefit committee, plan a holiday fundraiser party or bring people together to do good. As the saying goes, charity begins in the home. With this full moon's focus on forgiveness, maybe it's time to release a grudge and step into someone else's shoes if you've been judging them. Full moons emphasize endings and transitions. One phase completes so that a new chapter can open. And, with a full moon in the final 12th house, closure is an especially big theme today. If you weathered a loss or heartbreak in 2017, make peace with that. If you're gripping tightly to a situation you can't control, wave the white flag and surrender. Take the path of least resistance instead of swimming upstream. Major epiphanies could arrive a week later on November 11th, when structured Saturn and liberated Uranus form their third of 3 rare and harmonious trines. The last two were on December 24, 2016, and May 19, 2017. Events sparked at these dates will have a bold third act today, which could transform a major part of your identity. These planets are very different, in fact. And they don't usually play well together. But because of this cooperative angle, there's a rare opportunity to harmonize their contrasting agendas. What could a mashup of rule-making Saturn and rule-breaking Uranus look like? Can we fight for progress while still honoring tradition? In your own life, this trine asks you, how can commitment set you free? Your closest relationships could go through interesting shifts near this date. Structured Saturn is in Sagittarius and your 7th house of committed relationships. It's tag-teaming with changemaker Uranus in Aries and your freedom-seeking 11th house. With these two planetary heavy hitters in sync but with opposing agendas, you could strike a balance between spontaneity and security. Maybe you'll stop procrastinating about taking a full-time job, but you invent a role that gives you flexible duties and lets you work remotely a couple days a week. Or you'll get married but on your own unorthodox terms, skipping the pricey wedding venue and gathering your friends for a creative party that doesn't break the bank. Blend time-tested traditions with the new and innovative. With both planets in the interpersonal zones of your chart, one thing is certain, it's time to find your tribe and start working together. Whether you do that in a formal capacity or by pooling your resources, there's definitely strength in numbers now. It may take effort to stay in this high vibe headspace on November 19th, when brash Mars locks into a heated square with powermonger Pluto. Combative Mars is in your dramatic and flamboyant 5th house while Pluto is in your 8th house of intimacy and control. Showing too much of your hand could land you in hot water, so be careful who you reveal those cards to. And if someone's entrusted you with a secret, keep it locked in the vault. There could be loyalty tests today. A person you're romantically involved with might be keeping secrets, or you could be struck by a jealous streak. Don't fling accusations without evidence, and even then, your clues might be unfounded. Deep breath, Gemini. You will get back in sync after November 21st, when the Sun enters your opposite sign of Sagittarius, putting the emphasis on partnership for a month. Restore harmony to relationships that have tipped out of balance. Spend time with your closest people, especially after such a busy and work-focused month. The fog also lifts around your career path. On November 22nd, dreamy Neptune ends a confusing retrograde in Pisces and your 10th house of ambition that began on June 16th. For the past 5 months, you may have been chasing rainbows but not finding any pots of gold at the end of them. You tried a lot of paths, but it was hard to gain traction, or even feel certain you were headed in the right direction. Now your seemingly random soul searching could start to make sense and soon, to pay off. For love and romance. Love, sizzling love. Lusty Mars is heating up your passionate sector, as it spends all month blasting through Libra and your forthright, frisky 5th house. It will be hard to hide your attraction, and if the feeling seems mutual, why should you? Courageous Mars helps take that armor off of your heart, especially while romantic Venus is also in Libra until November 7th. Mars only comes here every 2 years, and you'll turn heads without even trying. For single Geminis, this could be an exciting time to flirt and field a bunch of options before settling into anything serious. If you're in a relationship, you'll infuse a spirit of play and joie de vivre back into your bond. Love gets a healthy twist from November 7th to December 1st, when beautifying Venus enters Scorpio and your wellness-minded 6th house. Couples may embark on a life improvement or fitness mission together, or perhaps you'll adopt a pet. Since the 6th house rules service, single Geminis could meet someone doing holiday season charity work or while engaged in healthy pursuits. Further motivation to upgrade your workout wardrobe or bundle up for a crisp, late fall trip to the dog park. You never know who you'll jump into. When Venus collides with auspicious Jupiter on November 13th, your odds of meeting someone with a heart of gold will multiply. Venus and Jupiter are known as the benefics for their positive and helpful traits. On the rare occasions that they conjunct, things just seem to flow your way with ease. You could connect with someone who's different from your usual type, even more so by doing things that are outside of your comfort zone. Opportunity days are November 4th. The full moon in your house of fantasy, closure and healing can unleash a torrent of emotions. This could draw healthy couples closer, while unstable unions may see a necessary ending or transition. Let go of control and surrender. November 5th. Communicate. The Mercury moves into your dynamic duos sign for the rest of the year, turning your mind to state of the union matters. Spark productive dialogue with your partner. If you're single, chat up some prospects with LTR potential. Heads up, Mercury will go retrograde on December 3rd, complicating communication, so work through any issues before then. November 11th. Structured Saturn makes you crave certainty while liberated Uranus wants freedom. With these two planets sweetly synchronized, you can find the sweet spot between these two desires. This is the year's second Saturn-Uranus trine. The first was on May 19th. Renegotiate the terms of a too tight relationship if you need breathing room. November 7th to December 1st. Love planet Venus enters your house of service, inspiring you to be more of a giver than a receiver. With an emphasis on wellness, this Venus phase inspires couples to eat clean and get active together. Single Geminis could meet someone doing volunteer work or engaged in healthy pursuits. November 13th. The year's only conjunction of the two benefics opens your heart and fills you with gratitude. Express your appreciation. November 15th. The spirit of giving infuses your relationship with goodwill. How can you support your mate and cheer them on? Ask not what your lover can do for you, but do feel free to share a steamy fantasy or two. The challenge days are November 4th. 1 minute, you or your love interest is declaring undying devotion. The next you're acting all distant and detached. Watch the mind games, Gemini. November 19th. Lusty Mars in your passion sector amps up your appetite for love and attention, making you quite the flirt. But possessive Pluto in your jealousy zone could make you feel trapped in an overly close connection. Trust issues and dramas might flare. Concerning money and career. It's go time, Gemini. The Scorpio Sun is chugging through your efficient 6th house, helping you run like a well-oiled machine until November 21st. Your mission? To streamline, systematize and prioritize. Ensure that your home affairs and workspace are in order by clearing away clutter and getting organized. Try not to get too caught up in the nitty-gritty and take time to nurture your body and mind with exercise and, of course, ample sleep. Avoid burnout by filling your plate with colorful veggies and drinking tons of H2O. Sticking to a realistic fitness plan can help you stay on track with all your tasks. Caveat: on November 4th, the Taurus full moon rises in your sleepy 12th house, making it tough to get anything productive done at all. These restful moonbeams might inspire you to take the day off from your to-dos and focus on self-care and cathartic release instead. All month, energetic Mars is blasting through Libra and your expressive, flamboyant 5th house, stoking the embers of your most heartfelt passions. Vulnerability is a favorable quality during this cosmic cycle. Wear your heart on your sleeve, and hone your unique ideas as you consider a larger purpose beyond your paycheck. Warning: Mars here can also ramp up stress levels, especially if you've been toiling away at a gig where you're just going through the motions. Another good reason to keep your well-being in check. The last thing you want is to catch a seasonal sickness. The Scorpio new moon rocks the skies on November 18th, emphasizing this orderly zone of your chart. La Luna can help you take a new approach to your physical and mental health as well as to how you prioritize things. You might enlist administrative help from a service provider if you're feeling overwhelmed. Fortunately, you don't have to do it all yourself. Meticulous Mercury, your planetary protector, is roving through Sagittarius and your 7th house of relationships, helping you partner up with someone who can jump in for the save. The opportunity days are November 5th. The communication planet spends the rest of the year in your fair and balanced 7th house, helping restore equality to your bonds. It's a great time to negotiate deals, hash out contracts or partner up with a synergistic soul. Warning: Mercury will turn retrograde on December 3rd, so strive to get everything squared away before then. November 11th. The year's second synergistic trine between traditional Saturn and innovative Uranus infuses your collaborations with a beautiful balance of old school and avant-garde. Tap into your network, connect an established person with an up-and-comer, pitch your cutting-edge ideas to the decision-makers. If you're marketing an idea, aim for a mix of real-time and online strategies. November 18th. This new moon could point you to a great assistant, internal service provider. You'll be inspired to get your workflow and systems in order. November 22nd. Confusion around your career path clears up as dreamy Neptune charges forward in your ambitious 10th house. The challenge days are November 19th. Honor your intuition but watch those knee-jerk reactions. You may have a legit reason to be suspicious, but why sink to their level by giving it attention? Rather than calling them out or serving up shade in return, rise above. When they go low, make sure you go high. This what we have for you here this month. Thank you for following and watching. And I would like to invite you to like and subscribe to my channel so that you can receive the latest postings. I'll see you there in December. Have a good month.